So hello, what's up? How is everyone doing? Welcome. Welcome to the revision session of PSU Audit, a very easy and scoring chapter for your CA final exam. Around 5 marks question you can expect in your CA final exam. So like every other revision, in this revision also we are going to revise all the concepts along with the questions of ICI study material, RTP, MTP and past exam. Okay, sir. Plus, these board notes that I will be referring in this revision, they are available on our Telegram channel, Clear CA with Shubham Keswani. Link is in the description. You can go to the channel, download these board notes, okay, and enjoy this revision. Before moving ahead, make sure you are putting your attendance like a good CA student by liking this video, okay? By liking this video, and if you are new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button. So, sir, starting with PSU audit. Starting with PSU audit, let's clear some basics. First of all, why do we need to do the audit of government entities? Baba, understand one thing. Government is using the public money. Yes, sir. Don't you want that your public money that you are paying in the form of taxes, direct tax, indirect tax, that should be utilized properly? Yes, sir. So for this, the accounts of government entities should be audited. To make sure they are utilizing your money properly, their account should be audited. So that's why government audit is important. Now, who takes care of this government audit? There is a person called C&AG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Comptroller and Auditor General of India, and under him there is a department. Sir, what is this department? Indian Audit and Accounts Department. We will call it IAAD. Okay, Indian Audit and Accounts Department. So CNAG along with the Indian Audit and Accounts Department, together they are called the audit body. They take care of the government audit. Now, sir, there are certain articles of a constitution which are given in your study material. You should read them for MCQ purpose. Let's read these provisions so that in case I say ask any MCQ, we are able to handle it. Do we need to learn the article number? No, just need to go through these provisions. First point, CNAG is appointed by the President of India. Okay, sir. Sir, how will he removed? He will be removed only on proven misbehavior or incapacity. Salary and other conditions of service are also determined by the parliament. So ICI can ask you who appoints CNAG? Says President. Then, sir, CNAG's duties, powers and conditions of service, there is a particular act 1971. So just understand there is a act CNAG DPCS Act. DPCS means Duties, Powers, Conditions of Service Act 1971, which defines the functions and power of CNAG. Now, sir, what is the format of the accounts of union and state government? So this format is decided by the president, but for this he can take the advice of CNAG. So based on the CNAG advice, president prescribes the format of the accounts of union and state. And the last point is, and this is also important point asked by ICI in the recent MTP, audit report of CNAG on the accounts of central government and state government is submitted to president and governor of the state. So for central government, it is submitted to the president of India. For state government, it is given to the governor, not the chief minister. Okay, sir. And then it is laid before the parliament in case of central government and state legislative assembly in case of state government. Are these basics clear to you? Are yes or no? Yes, sir. Now one more MCQ point. Sir, for how long can CNAG hold the office? So two things. Either for a term of 6 years or up to the age of 65 year, whichever is earlier. So 6 years or 65 year, whichever happens earlier, then he will have to vacate the office. Now the first question that can be asked in descriptive form is, what are the different types of organization subject to CNAG audit? So these are the 4 types of organization. Very easy. Please focus on the board. First are government departments and offices. Example of department is railway department, chuk 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 chuk, ooh, postal department and telecom department. Then, sir, 2 type of enterprises: commercial, non-commercial. Public commercial enterprises controlled by government, that is commercial enterprises means government companies. You must have heard these names: SBI, BHEL, Gas Authority of India Limited, etc. Then, sir, there are non-commercial autonomous bodies. autonomous means they take their own decisions. And again, they are owned or controlled by the government. In example, Delhi University. So Delhi University does not operate for making profits. It takes its own decisions and ultimately it is controlled by the government. And the last point is any other authority or body which is substantially financed by the union or state. So definition of substantially financed is not in your course. So you just need to know if they are substantially financed, that is major funding has come from union or state, they will come under government audit. So what are the four entities? First thing, government departments and offices. Example, railway, telecom, etc. Then two entities, commercial, non-commercial. Public commercial enterprises owned by the government. Example, government companies. Non-commercial, autonomous bodies. Do with me. Non-commercial, autonomous. Autonomous means they take their own decisions. Again, they are owned and controlled by the central or state government. And last is our favorite point, any other authority or body which is substantially financed by the government. So these are your 4 points of organization under CNAG audit. Now sir, what happens is, for any entity, CNAG prepares the audit report. Okay sir, then that audit report is given to three types of committees who review that audit report. So what we are going to discuss right now is the three types of committees. Are you people ready? Once we do these three types of committees, then we will revise this small point related to audit of government companies. Okay. So the first committee that is given in our course, these are important committees from exam point of view. Let me also tell you. From one of the committees, question was asked in November 24 exam. Oh my God. So it can be asked in your exam also. So first committee is Public Accounts Committee. Sir, what does the Public Accounts Committee do? Let's understand with an example. So let's say, you know India's railway infrastructure. Yes, sir. The current railway infrastructure is like this. Now, if we want this infrastructure to improve, who will have to improve this? Sir, railway department. Railway department will have to improve this infrastructure. So sir, railway department can only transform the Indian railways. So for improving this, they will have to do some expenses. They will have to incur some expenditure. So now, to keep a control on that expenditure, to make sure that the funds are utilized properly, who will keep a check? Public Accounts Committee. So the Public Accounts Committee keep a check on government departments, example railway department. So it is just like a accounting office only. Name is Accounts Committee. They act like a accounting office only. So they make sure that whatever money is given for this improvement, it is legally disbursed for the purpose. So it should be legal expenditure. Second thing, whatever expenditure is incurred, it should be authorized. So the first thing accounts people focus is on expenses. These expenses should be legal and authorized. Say with me, legal and authorized. Sir, after doing the expenses, whatever money is left, that is generally distributed as dividend. So next thing they do is, after the expenses, they see how the money is given to the public back in the form of dividend. So how they write is reappropriation as per the provision. Say with me, reappropriation as per the provision, that is distribution of funds. And lastly, the basic work of any accounts committee. Sir, what is the basic work of accounts committee? Examining the accounts, checking the accounts. So examine the accounts of autonomous and semi-autonomous bodies audited by CNAG. So whatever bodies come under CNAG, checking their accounts is the basic work, which is another function of Public Accounts Committee. So the four functions we need to learn are, first two functions related to expenses. Expense should be legal, expense should be authorized. So monies are legally disbursed for the purpose, expenses are properly authorized. Third function was related to what? Sir, after expenses, whatever funds are there, distribute the funds. How do they write it? Reappropriation has been done as per the provision, bracket, distribution of funds. And lastly, the basic point, examining the accounts of autonomous and semi-autonomous bodies. Do you have washing machine at home? Yes, sir. What types of washing machine are there? Automatic and semi-automatic. Similar words are here, autonomous and semi-autonomous bodies audited by CNAG. So these accounts also have to be examined by the Public Accounts Committee. Are the 4 points clear? Are yes or no? Yes, sir. So quickly come to your book. Let's revise the 3 points again from the book, revision in revision. So public accounts committee, as I told you, they focus on the government departments. Check that monies are legally disbursed for the purpose they were applied. Second thing, expenditure is authorized. After the expenditure, reappropriation as per the provision, that is distribution of funds. And the basic thing, examine the accounts of autonomous, semi-autonomous bodies audited by CNAG. Are the 4 points clear? Yes, sir. Now everyone getting the things? Yes, sir. Now come with me to the second type of committee, estimates committee. Sir, what is estimates committee related to? Again, let's understand with an example. What is this? Sir, this is a ma'am. Who are these? These are the students. What if our government schools also become like this? Sir, it will be so amazing. If the government schools get this type of technology where students are enjoying the studies and teacher is also enjoying teaching, our India will get fully developed. And this is, and for doing this, can I say we need money? Yes, sir. There should be allocation in the budget. Yes, sir. So this budgeting wala thing na, this is taken care by the estimates committee. So estimate committee estimates how much expenses will be required for the such type of transformation, and this is the work of estimates committee. So the first thing that what they do is, while preparing the budget, they report what economies, improvements, efficiencies that are consistent with the policy that may be affected. So that means what good things can happen if this policy comes into place. So can I say if the technology comes, okay, if the technology comes, cost will reduce. Sir, what cost will reduce? Obviously, when the technology comes, you will need less teachers. Yes, sir. Can I say efficiency will also come in? Sir, efficiency means in less time you will be able to give better quality. Yes, sir. So economies, improvements, efficiency, all good things. Say with me, all good things. So report the economies, improvements and efficiency which are consistent with the policy that may be affected, that can be actually brought into effect. Now, sir, let's say estimates committee is not happy with the policy. They are not happy with the policy. They want to suggest some changes in the policy. Example, in the policy, they have written that students should have hard copy books. Estimates committee feel no hard copy books. We want proper digitized books. So what they should do is, if they are not happy with the policy, second point says, suggest alternate policy. You should suggest alternate policy. Now, sir, for every policy, we need money. For all this transformation, we need money. So the third point says, whether money is laid out within the limits. Whatever money we need for transformation or such type of things, whether the money is available, whether the money is laid out within the limit. And if the money is not available, who sanctions the budget? Parliament. Parliament sanctions the budget. So suggest the form in which estimates will be presented to Parliament. That means in which budget will be presented to Parliament. So these are the 4 points. I hope you are getting the concept. So you will tell the Parliament we need 2000 crore for teacher training, smart classroom, test series. This is how you get the money. So these are your 4 points. Once again, go in the flow with me. Report the good things, economies, improvements, efficiency, consistent with the policy that may be affected. Okay, sir. Now, if you are not happy with the policy, suggest alternate policy. Ultimately, for doing this thing, you need money, whether the money is laid out within the limit. If the money is not available, suggest the form in which estimates can be presented to Parliament. Clear, boss? Yes, sir. If you want, you can pause the video for 1 or 2 minutes, learn the points in this flow and carry on with the revision. Take 2 sips of water. Now we are going with the third committee, and after this we will do some questions also. Okay, 1 or 2 questions also we'll do. The name of the committee is COPU. Sir, what is COPU? Committee on Public Undertaking. Have 2 sips of water. So now understand, COPU is to public sector undertaking what public accounts committee was to government department. So like for government department, who takes care of government department? Public accounts committee. like railway department. But for public sector undertakings, we have Committee on Public Undertaking, that is COPU. So if in the question they have given some department, tax department, railway department, postal department, which committee you will choose in MCQ? PAC, Public Accounts Committee. But if in the question it is a public sector undertaking or a government company, you will choose COPU, Committee on Public Undertaking. ICA can ask such type of MCQ, that's why I'm telling you. Now, sir, what is the work of COPU? Understand. First of all, they will examine three things. First thing they will examine is the accounts of the PSU. Then on the accounts, what is the audit report? That is CNAG report on PSU. Now through the audit report on the accounts, they will get to know that the autonomy and efficiency. Autonomy means the decision making power, and the efficiency of PSU, whether they are taking the right decision, whether they are working efficiently. So they will examine the autonomy and efficiency, whether they are managed as per SBP and PCP. SBP means sound business principles, that means they are managed profitably. PCP means prudent commercial practices. What are prudent commercial practices? For example, if I want to do any big purchase, I should take proper quotations. I should take proper quotations to purchase at less price. So the three things to be examined by COPU, everyone please focus. Examine the accounts. On the accounts, examine the CNAG audit report. After this, you will be able to know that the autonomy and efficiency of PSU, whether they are managed as per sound business principles and prudent commercial practices. Easy, easy, sir. And the last is your favorite function. Any other function. Oh, any other function of Public Accounts Committee or Estimates Committee that may be allotted by the speaker. Sir, JBL speaker? Arey Baba, not JBL speaker, Parliament speaker. So any other function of PAC or estimate committee can be given to this committee by the speaker. Are the 4 points clear? Yes, sir. Once again, let's revise the 4 points. Examine the accounts. Examine the CNAG report on these accounts. While examining the audit report, you get to know their autonomy and efficiency, and see whether the business is done as per SBP and PCP. SBP means sound business principle. PCP means prudent commercial practices. Now see this question that is given in your question bank. Don't do any cheating. This question was there in your MTP May 25 also in your study material. Okay, no cheating. BNPC Limited is a PSU. ठीक है, one of the financial committees of parliament wants to examine their financial performance, also examine the findings of CNAG, also proposes to include in the report the performance of this company on operational matter. Which financial committee we are focusing on? So for PSU, which committee is there? COPU, Committee on Public Undertaking. What are the main function? We just discussed. Examine three things: accounts, CNAG report, autonomy and efficiency of PSU as per SBP and PCP, any other function allotted by the speaker. This next part you can just take a read. Clear, boss? Are yes or no? Yes, sir. Now a very easy topic which you have studied in CA Inter also. Okay? Let's revise this topic also from the book. Talking about the audit of government companies. First of all, what is a government company? Where the government means central government, state government or any other government, together they hold the equity of majority. Majority means greater than equal to 51%. Now, sir, who has the power to appoint the company auditor of a government? CNAG can appoint the auditor of government company. Plus, it is also called as Rajamouli section. Sir, why Rajamouli section? SS Rajamouli is a director. So like Rajamouli, CNAG can also direct the auditor. Sir, direct what? Direct the manner in which accounts are to be audited. And based on this direction, auditor has to submit a copy of report to CNAG, which include three things. Sir, what are the three things? See this section: direction, on the direction, action, and after the action, the impact. So three things will be included by the auditor: direction of CNAG, action by the auditor, and the impact of that action on the accounts and financial statement of company. If the CNAG is not satisfied with this audit report, he can get an extra audit done. What is that extra audit called? Supplementary audit or test audit if it is necessary. Got it, sir. Again, on this concept, I think we have a question. Question number 2 of your test your understanding of study material. Let's revise this question. Statutory auditor of a central government owned company. Can I say it is a government company? Yes, sir. The statutory auditors were required to examine the following areas mandatorily and provide their specific replies and also the impact on the financial statement in their audit report. So these were the directions given. So tell the nature of the responsibility on the auditor. So can I say these were the directions given by CNAG? On these directions, auditor had to act, and in the report, he had to include the directions, the actions, and the impact on financial statement. And this is what ICI has given. Above areas for statutory auditors required to examine, report, and indicate the matters in financial statements, they relate to directions by CNAG in section 143 subsection 5 of Companies Act. CNAG has the power to direct the auditor. Okay? And the auditor has to submit the report, which will include three things. What were the three things? Direction. On the direction, what was the action? And then the impact of the action on the accounts and financial statement of company. Clear, boss? Are yes or no? Yes, sir. Now take 2 sips of water. Now we are moving to the next part of this topic, which is a very, very, very amazing part. CNAG's role as a friend, philosopher, and guide to the committees. Take 2 sips. So before I teach you the theory given by ICI, let me give you some nostalgia. Sir, what is the nostalgia? Remember in your childhood, we used to go for parent teacher meetings? Yes, sir. What used to happen in parent teacher meetings? Sir, parent teacher meeting, what happens is teacher give the report card to our parents. Based on the report card, our parents used to scold us. And based on the scolding, we used to improve. We used to improve and we used to show our improvements to the teacher. And then teacher used to tell our parents that these are the corrective actions taken by your child. Similarly, you can say the committees are our teachers. Parliament and state legislature to whom the report is submitted, this parliament and state legislature are like our parents. And the departments and ministries on whose working the report is given, these departments and ministries are the students. So what happens is CNAG report is given to the committees. Committees means teachers. These committees submit the report to the parliament or state legislature talking about the observations and comments. Now parliament and state legislature give a scolding to the ministries and department. Then these ministries and department inform the action that they have taken to improve again back to the committees, and then the committees issue a action taken report back to the parliament or state legislature. Sir, once more, we enjoyed again. CNAG report is given to committees, we already know. Then the committees report their own observation and comments to parliament and state legislature, okay, who are taking care of ministries and department. Then the parliament, state legislature scold the ministries department. These ministries department take the action to improve and inform about this to the committees, that is the teacher. And then the teacher again submits the action taken report to parliament or state legislature. So P for parents, P for parliament or state legislature. Easy, easy, sir. Now, sir, how is CNAG helping the committees? How is CNAG helping the committees? That is what the ICI is asking. So can I say CNAG's report is forming the basis of working for the committee? Whatever issues CNAG is highlighting, it is helping the committees in reviewing the report. Yes, sir. So the first thing is CNAG's ka report here. CNAG ka report is the basis for committees working. And apart from the issues highlighted by CNAG, they can also examine other issues. Second thing, this thing na, write in English. Second point, financial committees present the report with their observation and observation and comments to the parents. Parents means parliament or state legislature. Then the ministries or government department inform the action they have taken to the committees. And then the committees present the action taken report to parliament or state legislature. So this thing that I told you, this has to be written in English here. Third thing, how the CNAG helps. So this, in this point, there is nothing about CNAG, but still ICI writes it, so you also need to write it. Oh my God, sir. Third thing is, when the ministries are telling the information about the action they have taken, this is also checked by CNAG. Ki whether the ministries have taken the action or not. Again, ministries are informing the committees about the action taken. This is also checked by CNAG. So the third point says CNAG scrutinizes the notes submitted by ministries to the committee. And the last point says, because CNAG submits a lot of audit report to the committee, not every report can be discussed in detail. So what they do is, if any audit report can't be discussed in detail by the committees, written answers are obtained from the department and ministries to make sure no report is taken lightly by the government. What does this mean? When CNAG give the report to the committees highlighting the issues, not every report can be considered by the committee. So what do? Some reports they consider, and for the other reports, whatever issues are highlighted by CNAG, for those issues they take written answer from departments and ministries. So whatever departments and ministries are there, they have to give their explanation. So the last point says, if any report can't be discussed in detail by the committees, written answers should be obtained by departments and ministries, should be obtained from departments and ministries, so that no report is taken lightly by the government. So the language is little bit here there, but I hope if the concept is clear, you can frame the 4 points. Quick revision of these 4 points, revision in revision. How is CNAG playing a role of friend, philosopher and guide to the committees? First role, his report is the basis of committees working. Committees can also examine other issue. Then sir, parent teacher point. Financial committees present the report with observation and comments to parliament or state legislature. Then ministries or government department inform the action taken to the committees. Then committees present the action taken report to parliament or state legislature. Then sir, when this action report is given to committees, CNAG scrutinizes the notes submitted by ministries to committees. And the last point, if any report can't be discussed in detail by committee, they take written answer from department or ministry to ensure no report is taken lightly by the government. Clear, boss? Clear, sir. Sir, why are we working hard on this so theoretical answer? Baba, because it is important. If you come to the question bank and see which question, sir? Question number, even I'm not able to find the question. Where's the question? Just give me a moment. It was the first question only. So the first question says, CNAG plays a key role in the functioning of financial committees. Okay, sir. Therefore, he has come to be recognized as a friend, philosopher and guide of the committee. Discuss how such role is ensured in practice. So the first part of the question, this is the answer that we just discussed. Okay, sir. Second part says, discuss the functions of estimate committee. Again, these functions we have just discussed. These are the points written here. So two direct questions in your question bank. So both the topics, CNAG role and role of estimates committee, become important. Are these 2 points clear? Yes, sir. Again, if you want, you can take 2 minutes, pause the video, learn the points in the flow I have taught. Then it will be very easy for you to handle it. Now, sir, many topics we have completed. Now comes the next topic, objective and scope of PSU audit. Take 2 sips of water. This is a good topic, just need to be read. See what it says. First of all, when I am doing the audit of PSUs, do you think I will just do the test of control and audit the financial statement? Answer is no. I will not just check that the financial statement are as per the accounting standards or schedule 3. Apart from this, I will do the audit of expenses. Whether the expenses were actually required, whether they are doing any unnecessary expenditure or not. Such type of audits will also be done. So audit of PSU is not limited to financial or compliance audit. Compliance is like a internal audit, test of controls. It also covers performance audit. In performance audit, you check the economy, efficiency, effectiveness. We are going to revise in detail later on. Then in propriety audit, again, you will check whether the expenditure is in the best interest of the entity. Comprehensive audit again covers full performance of the entity. Then see whether the decisions are taken by the authorized person. Ultimately, why are we doing this audit? To help the government. ठीक है? Help the government to know whether anyone is doing some hanky panky, someone is doing some wrong thing. So by checking the things are working efficiently, if there are any deficiency, you can bring out the deficiency, tell the cause of deficiency so that they can take corrective action. So ultimately you are trying to help the government. And then you can highlight the issues wherever you feel things are not done efficiently or economically. And then the main thing is fiscal accountability and managerial accountability. This can be asked in MCQ. Fiscal accountability means you check for every expense proper provision was created. Then, sir, every expense was authorized. It complied with the law regulations and it was a necessary expenditure. No unnecessary expenditure is done. So fiscal accountability is just ensuring that for every expense, it was authorized, proper provision was created, and it was done in a propriety way. That means necessary expenditure is done. No unnecessary expenses are done. Managerial accountability is another name of performance audit. That means you check the 3 E's: economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. Again, we are going to discuss them in detail after just few minutes. Now, sir, these things you just need to read again from MCQ point of view. Again, this topic also is important from MCQ point of view. Basic elements of a PSU audit. Okay. First element is 3 parties are there. Sir, who are the 3 parties? Before I talk about PSU audit, you people tell me, in normal audit of financial statement, who are the 3 parties? Can I say first party is management, second party is auditor, and the third party is users for whom the audit report is issued. Similarly, if I talk about PSU audit, again there are 3 parties. Responsible party, that is the management responsible to prepare the financial statement, auditor who will audit the things, and users for whom the report is issued. So talking about the auditor, you already know that is SAI. SAI means Supreme Audit Institution and the person who is delegated for audit. Sir, what do you mean by Supreme Audit Institution? Baba, I just told you CNAG plus his department, Indian Audit and Accounts Department. Some functionaries of Supreme Audit Institution representing CNAG in the state are called Accountant General. Again, from MCQ point of view, just read it. Now, sir, responsible party is the entity and its TCWG responsible to prepare the subject matter information. What is subject matter information? Example, financial statements. Who are the users for whom the auditor prepares the report? So I hope the first 3 points are clear. Yes, sir. Now comes the next concept: subject matter, criteria, and subject matter information. Example of subject matter is financial information. Criteria, applicable FRF. When you prepare the financial information as per applicable FRF, what do you get? Financial statements. So you can say financial statement is subject matter information. Wow, sir, what a wonderful example. So subject matter, again, just read the definition. It is the information which is measured or evaluated against a criteria. So like financial information is prepared as per applicable FRF. What is the criteria? It is like a marking scheme. It is like a benchmark to evaluate the subject matter. So you check that whether financial information is as per applicable FRF. Then only you get to know that the financial statements are prepared properly or not. Yes or no? Yes, sir. So applicable FRF helps you to evaluate the financial information. So this is the criteria. And the last point is subject matter information. When you prepare the financial information as per applicable FRF, you get the financial statement. Similarly, when the subject matter is prepared as per criteria, you get the subject matter information. So subject matter information is the outcome of measuring the subject matter against the criteria. Okay? So just these concepts should be clear to you. Nothing else need to be done here. Okay? Okay, sir. Now comes 2 types of engagements: attestation engagement, direct reporting engagement. Attestation engagement, the classic example is financial statement audit, where you give your opinion on the financial statements prepared by the management. That means management is preparing the financial statement. All we need to do is give our opinion. So can I say subject matter information is prepared by responsible party and you just have to give your opinion. So it says responsible party will measure the subject matter against criteria. That means prepare the subject matter information, and auditor just need to collect evidence to give the conclusion that everything is right or not. Example, financial statement audit. This example wala thing can be asked in MCQ. Talking about direct reporting engagement, example, internal audit. In internal audit, you only have to test the internal controls and give your opinion. So you measure the subject matter against the criteria. So this whole part, just read it. Nothing else need to be done. In case any question is asked, still you'll be able to manage it. But the important thing is this blue part. Financial audits are example of attestation engagement. Performance and compliance audits are example of direct reporting engagement. Now, sir, there are some principles of PSU audit. Again, a topic I feel which is very similar to what you already study in audit of financial statement. Take 2 sips of water, get ready. So talking about the principles, first of all, general principles. These all are terminologies of audit: ethics, independence, professional judgment, professional due care, professional skepticism, quality control, audit team, audit risk, materiality, documentation, communication. Easy peasy, sir. Then, sir, principles of audit process. Again, we know. First of all, we plan the audit, agree the terms of engagement, understand the entity, develop the plan. Then we conduct the audit after planning. After plan, what do you perform? Audit procedure. Collect the evidence, draw the conclusion. Based on the conclusion, what do you do? Report. So we prepare the report on the basis of conclusion. The only additional thing here is follow up. We also follow up on reported matters. So these 3 steps of audit are already written here. Now, sir, what is a financial audit? We already know. We give our audit opinion on financial statement, whether they are prepared in all material respects as per applicable FRF. Any doubt till here? No, sir. So can I say from here till here, all things were something which we already knew? Yes, sir. So these things you just need to give a read. Nothing else need to be done. Now, sir, now we are moving to the next topic, which is the favorite topic of ICI, performance audit, and a very, very easy topic. You have been studying since your childhood: economy, efficiency, effectiveness, and these are the 3 concepts we are going to revise here. 2 sips of water, get ready. So, sir, what is the performance audit? As the name suggests, we are going to audit the performance of government entities. So any government program like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, or any government entity like public sector entity. So any government activity, government entity, something like that, we will audit the performance. Performance means whether they are doing their work economically. Economically means least expenditure. Efficiently, minimum input, maximum output. And effectively means they are doing their work on time and they are achieving the objective for which the work was required. So performance audit, you need to learn this definition and I will help you with this. No worries, no fear when Shubham sir is here. Maintain that smile on your face. Yeah, bring that smile. Yes, sir. See, what does performance audit says? First of all, being a audit, it is a examination. Which type of examination? Biased? No. Objective and systematic examination. Say with me, objective and systematic examination, or you can say OSSI examination. OSSI means O for objective, C for systematic. Objective and systematic examination of evidence. Being an audit, obviously it should be done independently for providing a independent assessment of performance. It is a performance audit, na? So what will you assess independently? Performance. So once again, say with me the keywords: objective and systematic examination for providing independent assessment of performance. Whose performance? Performance of government. Any government organization, program or activity. Government organization means government entities, or government program or activities like demonetization, LPG subsidy scheme, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, etc. etc. Sir, what will this audit help? It will help to provide the information. Sir, information for two things. First of all, information for public accountability. Public will get to know whether their money is utilized properly or not. And the second thing this information will help is to facilitate decision making and corrective action by the responsible parties. That means the ministers, the members of parliament, or whoever are involved there, government people, they can take the corrective action. So this is your definition of performance audit. Once again, let's revise the definition. First of all, sir, it is an examination, OC examination, objective and systematic examination. What does it provide? Sir, it provides independent assessment of the performance. Whose performance? Government, organization, program, or any activity. What does this audit provide? Sir, it provides information for public accountability and for the decision makers to facilitate decision making and corrective action by the ministers. Last time I am doing, then I will move on. Okay. Okay, sir. What is performance audit? OC examination. It is an audit of the performance. So audit means examination, objective and systematic examination, which provides independent assessment of the performance of government activity, program, entity. Okay, sir. What does it help? It provides information for two things. What were the two things? First thing, public accountability. Second thing, decision making and corrective action by the ministers. I hope I'm not missing the keywords. No, sir, not minister, by the responsible party. Clear, boss? Yes, sir. So once you understand the flow, learning becomes easier. Now, sir, what are the things to be checked in performance audit? Three things. EEE. First thing is economy. What do you mean by economy? Minimum cost. Sometimes, do you put your refrigerator and AC on economy mode? Yes, sir. Why? To reduce the electricity bill, to reduce the cost. So economy means minimize the cost of resources with respect to quantity and quality of output. Sir, what is efficiency? Efficiency means input output ratio. That means minimum input for a given output, or for a given input, maximize the output. Once more, minimum input for a given output, or for a given input, try to maximize the output. That means the input output ratio should be good. Like these revision sessions, you give me minimum time, I give you maximum output. Okay, you give me minimum time, I give you maximum output. So maximizing the output for a given input, or minimizing the input for a given quality and quantity of output. Now the question comes, ICI is so naughty, they ask how to check the efficiency. So how can we check the efficiency, sir? First of all, talking about the input output ratio, we are focusing on the raw material, that is the resources. So first of all, you get the resources. So it says, how do you get the resources? Procurement. So there should be sound procurement policies. Once you get the resources, they should be properly protected and maintained. And after maintenance, you utilize them. So there should be efficient utilization of resources. What are the three types of resources? Physical resources, human resources, financial resources. Say with me, physical, human, and financial resources. Is the flow of 3 points clear? Yes, sir. Sound procurement policies, maintained, protected and maintained, and then efficient utilization of resources, physical, human, and financial. Clear, boss? Now, sir, after this, the points are over. Write the basic things. The public sector programs or activity should be efficiently managed. There should be efficient procedures for doing the activity. Got it? Got it, sir. The last E is effectiveness. Effectiveness means achieving your targets on time. Achieving your targets on time, that means extent to which the objectives are achieved. For example, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, what was the objective? Clean India, Green India. So there should be a clean and green India. And the second thing is the relation between intended and actual results. Modi ji promised that the India will be clean by, let's say, 2030. And the actual result says by 2030, either the things are done or not done. If they are done, things are effective. And if they are not done, things are not effective. You are getting the point or not? Yes, sir. Now the question is, how do I check this effectiveness? Again, sir, basic things. First of all, write the definition. That is the extent to which the results are achieved. This will help you to assess the effectiveness, whether India is clean. And let's say they make India clean, then they have to prove it. Then they have to prove it with evidence. So assess and establish with evidence that the socio-economic impact, what is socio-economic impact? Clean India. Whether it is due to policy or any other reasons. Okay, sir. And lastly, just remember the basic point, assess the effectiveness of program. Assess the effectiveness of program. Now, sir, there can be two cases. Either it is, let's say it is not effective. Okay, let's say it is not effective. If it is not effective, identify the ways, identify the ways of making it more effective. That is the solution oriented approach. Or what we can do is complain that we did not have resources. So the last thing that you can check as a audit or a performance auditor is the objective and means, that is the resources, legal, financial, etc., which were provided for public sector program, whether they were proper, suitable, etc. Okay, so these are your points of effectiveness. Again, if you just go and cram these points today, you will learn, tomorrow you will forget. But if you learn them in a proper flow, it will be easier for you to learn and remember. So once again, the points of effectiveness. What do you mean by effectiveness? Whether the objectives are achieved and the relation between intended and actual results. How to check? Basic point. Check whether the results are achieved. Then prove it. Prove it, baby, prove it. Assess and establish with evidence that the socio-economic impact is due to policy or other reason. And again, like efficiency, here also write the basic point, assess the effectiveness of program. If it is not effective, one point is of solution, one point is of complaint. Solution point says identify the ways of making the program work effectively. Complaint means the objectives and means, that is the resources, legal, financial, etc. Check whether they provided for public sector program, whether they were proper or suitable. Okay, got it, sir. So these are the same points given in case of performance audit. Definition done. It is done by CNAG through the office of IAAD, Indian Accounts and Audit Department. CNAG gives them proper standards, like you have no standards on auditing. Similarly, for performance audit, manual and auditing standards are given by CNAG, and then they have to evaluate these three: is economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. Now, sir, after this, there is a case study given by ICI, which I generally ask my class students to just read. Take 2 sips of water. I will also help you read this. Okay? So, sir, this case study is related to what? Government brought an act in the market called Minimum Wages Act. What does Minimum Wages Act talk about? Let's understand. You people will relate. See articles. We also get like minimum wages only, stipend. So Minimum Wages Act says that whenever someone is working now, he should get such minimum wages that he is able to earn a respectable livelihood, which you generally in Hindi say roti, kapda, makan, food, shelter, and clothing. Basic livelihood he should be able to earn. So now government has brought this program, Minimum Wages Act. If I want to do the performance audit, what will I check? Same things, economy, efficiency, effectiveness. Can I say apart from this, I also need to understand what are the factory contracts? What are the contracts and agreements to which it is applicable? Yes, sir. Once I know the people on whom they are applicable, then I can see whether there is an improvement in their livelihood, whether it has actually helped them. And if it is not working properly, that means the labor departments, they are not able to manage the things properly. So whatever problems I find, I should highlight them. I should highlight them as a performance auditor, and this is what you need to write as in the exam. See what it says. So first of all, you should have the knowledge of industries and contracts to which the provisions are applicable. Based on this, you can assess the standard of living of the people before and after the act. Basic thing, check the triple E, economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. Then if you find any shortcomings or gaps, shortcomings in the coordination between the labor agencies like ESI, EPF organizations, and you find any gap, point out the gap so that you can strengthen this law. Easy peasy. Yes, sir. Now, sir, I think from your question bank, we have covered a lot of questions here. The first question is question number 5, study material RTP May 20. It is a direct question. Discuss the issues of performance audit. So all you need to write about is economy, efficiency and effectiveness. Easy question. Okay. Now the next important topic is how do I plan for a performance audit? Okay. How do I plan for a performance audit? So again, I request you to take 2 sips of water and get ready. My full bottle is done, yaar. in more than half of the chapter, my one bottle is done. I hope you are enjoying the revision. Planning for performance audit. Now, sir, whenever I want to plan the performance audit, I need to understand. If I am doing the performance audit of a government entity, I need to understand that entity. If I am doing the performance audit of any government program, I need to understand the program, be it demonetization, LPG subsidy, minimum wages, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, I need to understand that. So the first question that ICI asks is, how do you understand the entity program? It has not been asked till now, but I feel from my heart, soon you will see it in your exams. And the students who just focus on the question bank, they'll be like, we missed this question. So I don't want you to miss it. Okay. So make sure you're doing this question properly. So it says there are certain documents. There are certain sources. Sir, sources of what? Understanding the entity or program. So let's properly cover these sources so that you are also able to handle it properly in the exam. Let's read the sources. So the first sources are 3 types of documents. Okay? First we will focus on understanding, then I will give you a technique to remember it. Documents related to entity. Sir, what are the documents related to entity? Documents of administration like memorandum of association, articles of association. Functions of the entity, policy files, annual reports of the entity. You can also see the website, etc. Then, sir, legislative documents means the law documents. So for this, you can study the law, that is the legislation. Acha, where is the law prepared? Parliament. So in Parliament, there must be some questions, read them. Parliament debates. Then you can also read the reports of committees and MP letters. MP letters means member of parliament letters. So for legislative documents, everything which is related to law, legislation, parliament, MP, these things you can read. Now, sir, documents of policy. Policy के लिए you should read the documents of Planning Commission, that is Ministry of Finance. So I remember it like this: P for policy, P for Planning Commission. Okay, just like a schoolboy. P for policy, P for Planning Commission. So these are your 3 documents. Sir, what are the 3 documents? Policy documents, legislative documents, and documents of entity. Just use a short code, POLE. POLE. Sir, what do you mean by POLE? PO for policy document, L for legislative documents, E for documents of entity. So 3 types of documents. When you are done with this document, you can take help of some research and past audits. So what you can do is, like a normal auditor, like we do in our articleship also, we see the files of previous period. So if there is a past audit, financial or performance audit documents are available, you can see that. Apart from past audit, if some academic or special research is done, there are certain big institutions, big universities, MBA institutions, they do proper research on government policies. So if any independent valuation or academic research by a university students has been done, you can go through that research, whether the policy has worked properly or not. And the last thing, whenever government comes out with the policy, the most active is our media. Okay, so print and electronic media, that is the news channels, they bring out the documentation in a transparent manner. Jokes aside, this is the only thing you can go through. So these are the 6 things you can go through. Once again, 3 types of documents. POLE documents. POLE means P for policy documents, O for nothing, PO for policy documents only, L for legislative documents, and E for entity documents. After this, the basic thing is take the documents of your previous audit. If that is also not sufficient, take help of media or college students. College students means academic or special research. Are logically all the points of understanding clear? Yes, sir. Now, sir, apart from this, you can also define. Acha, once this understanding is done, then just define your objective and scope of audit. What is your objective and scope? What are the things you need to cover? Then, sir, you need to determine your audit criteria. Important point in there, in your question bank. How do I determine the audit criteria? So criteria are the standards which help you to check whether the policy is working effectively or not. Okay? Whether the program is meeting the expectation or not. So to see whether the program is meeting the expectation, these are the points given here. Let's understand them in a proper flow. So to see whether the program is working properly or not, see whether they are doing their procedures as per the procedure manual. Another word which is a synonym of procedure manual is a policy, or you can say directives or guidelines. So these are the same things. Now, sir, whose policy to be seen? You can see the policy of the same entity or other entities who are doing the similar activities or programs. If these things are not enough, you can also take help of an independent expert. If government is doing something scientific, you can take help of scientific knowledge. And apart from this, as I told you, in many IIMs, they have research paper. So if there is any research paper available, management paper available, you can go through that. So these are your criteria which can help you to understand whether the policies are working properly or not. Now to learn these points in a proper flow, I have a technique. So the first basic thing in the criteria which should come in your mind is whether the policy is working as per the government policy is working as per the policy or procedure manual. Both mean the same thing. Procedure manual, policy, standards, guidelines. Whose standard or guideline? Same entity or some other entity in the same industry. Okay? Same entity or other in the similar activity. Now let's say you are not able to understand this policy. Okay? You are not able to understand the thing. So whose help you can take? Sir, we can take help of independent expert. Now this expert can either be from IIT or IIM. Say with me, IIT or IIM. So the next 2 points is take help of some scientific knowledge, that is IIT, or take help of some management literature, that is IIM. Can I say learning will become very easier for you now? Yes, sir. Once more, last time. What is a criteria? Procedure, policy. Whose policy, whose procedure manual? Same entity or others in the similar activity. Just the connecting point, just remember this. If I am not able to understand the policy, take help of independent expert. IIT, IIM. IIT means scientific knowledge. IIM means general management and subject literature. Learn with fun. Done, 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 sir. Now, sir, once the criteria is done, let's do some questions of criteria given in your question bank. Question 6 is a direct question of your study material. What it says, what are the sources? Sir, sources of what? Drafting the audit criteria. So the points of audit criteria that I taught you, same points are given. Procedure manuals, policy, same entity, other entity. Not able to understand, independent expert opinion. Then, sir, IIT, IIM, new or established scientific knowledge or management literature and research paper. Clear, boss? Clear, sir. Now, sir, one more question for criteria wala thing that we can do is question number 9. Okay, it is my favorite question. Let's do this question. MTP May 24, and I think it should be there in your study material also. See what it says. This is a question on direct benefit transfer. You know what? Earlier government, how the government used to give the subsidies? Sir, through agents. So government used to deposit the money with the agent and agent used to distribute the funds. Now, sir, because of these agents and middlemen in between, these procedures were very less efficient and not effective at all. So government decided we will directly transfer the money to the recipients. And that's why Jan Dhan Yojana was launched by the government. So we are doing the performance audit of such type of thing only, direct benefit transfer. So direct benefit transfer is a major reform by the government to ensure better delivery of benefits, timely delivery of benefits to the people. Okay? Delivering the benefits like wage payment, subsidies directly to the bank account of beneficiary, no leakage, enhancing the financial inclusion. The office of CNAG wants to do a performance audit of such type of pension schemes, scholarship schemes under direct benefit transfer. So tell me, what is the objective of such performance audit? So can I say the objective will be that the funds which are transferred, they are directly given to the beneficiary. That is the objective of this program. And second thing, we will see whether proper benefit is given to the beneficiary. So the objective, you just have to frame it logically. It is not given in your study material. First thing is, beneficiaries should be properly identified, and the second thing is there should be proper infrastructure, ठीक है, for implementing the DBT so that timely payments are given to the beneficiary. So identifying the beneficiary and timely transferring the benefit to the beneficiary, this you can write in your own words, no problem. Second part of the question, give the meaning of audit criteria. Can I say audit criteria is a standard to evaluate the performance of government? So it is a standard to determine that the program is meeting the expectation or exceeding the expectation. Easy, easy, sir. It helps you to check the economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. Now, sir, the last point says, how can the criteria be determined in above case? Okay? How this criteria can be determined? Do you remember the sources of criteria? Yes, sir, we remember. Policy, ठीक है, policies, procedure guidelines, standards, guidelines. Then of the same entity, other entities in the similar activity, not able to understand, take help of independent expert, IIT, IIM, scientific research, management literature. Same points you will find here. See what the points ICI has given. So these points they have taken from the government website, but you will find the keywords here also. Operating procedures, guidelines, management, and subject matter literature. Few points are matching, but I think they are enough for you to get really good marks. Got the point or not? Yes, sir. So this was a case study based question given in MTP May 24. Now, sir, once this topic is also done, the next topic says deciding the audit approach. Sir, audit approach means methods and means for doing a performance audit. So these are the methods and means available to do the performance audit. Let's again cover this topic in detail. Why, sir, we should do this topic in detail? So I will tell you the reason why this topic should be done in detail. Because Baba, this topic na, methods of doing a performance audit asked in RTP May 25, and the MCQ on this topic was asked in the May 25 question paper. So very important, huh? Sir, every topic is important. No, not every. But whatever topic I tell you, it becomes important. Acha, before beginning with this topic just give me a moment. Sorry. Where is the topic? Yeah, this is the audit approach wala topic. Before beginning with this topic, I feel we can take a 10 minutes break. Okay? It will help us you to get back with again good energy. So 10 minutes break I am giving you. After the break, let's resume back with this topic. And I think within the next 15-20 minutes, we'll be done with this chapter. Okay? Take the break. So welcome back after the break. Now, sir, after the break, we were discussing about deciding the audit approach. Audit approach means the methods and means for doing the performance audit. Basically, what testing will you do? What testing will you do to test the performance? So the first thing is analysis of the procedure. So what do you mean by analysis of procedure? Whatever processes they have done, whatever systems they have followed, were the systems proper or not? So review the systems, again go in the flow, planning. After planning, conducting. After conducting, checking and monitoring of activity. So whatever systems government has used for planning, conducting, checking and monitoring of activity, check those systems. For example, if they were having this policy of rural electrification, that is providing electricity to rural areas, whether the timelines were met, okay? Whether the timelines were met, whether on time this thing was done. Second thing is analysis of results. Please focus on the board. Results means here you are going to analyze. What analysis you are going to do? Input output analysis. Sir, this input output analysis was done in which concept? Efficiency. So this will help you to determine the efficiency of the program. For example, if the resources which were used, okay, if the resources which were used, using the resources instead of 10,000 toilets in Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, instead of 10,000 toilets, if they build 15,000 toilets, can I say with same resources, if they are able to give a more output, they were efficient in their results? Third analysis, quantitative analysis. Quantitative analysis is just like financial analysis. You are doing the analysis of financial data. So examine the financial data like earnings, revenue. Now to examine these things, you can definitely use sampling. Fourth point, use of existing data. So whatever data is available with management and other sources, you can check that data. For example, there was a government scheme of Magnarega. Sir, what was Magnarega? Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Generation Act. Okay. So see the data, how many jobs were actually generated. For the unemployed people, how many jobs were generated? This will help you to know the performance of this act. Then, sir, surveys. Names, as the name suggests, you collect the information to understand the performance of government program. So collect the information from the population. Example, if government had PM Awas Yojana, which was for building the houses. So ask the population, are they satisfied with the houses which were given to them under PM Awas Yojana? And the last one is case studies. Case studies is nothing but a descriptive analysis of any entity or scheme. Example, demonetization. When demonetization came, many people prepared case studies on this scheme. So again, check those case studies to see whether it was properly effective or not. So this is your audit approach, where you get to know various methods and means to see whether the government is working properly or not. Now, sir, if I talk from exam point of view, I hope concept is clear. From exam point of view, you need to learn the headings. Internal points you can write in your own words because understanding I have already given you. Just give me a moment. I think it is fine. So come back to your book. All you need to do is just say to the methods and means for doing performance audit. Okay, how do you do a performance audit? So sir, we do analysis of the data. Look at the points with me. I'll help you remembering the headings. Analysis of the data. Which analysis? Not ABC analysis, PQR analysis. Wow, sir. So PQR analysis of data. So learn the headings: analysis of procedures, quantitative analysis, analysis of results. Okay, PQR. Analysis of procedures, quantitative analysis, and analysis of results. Then, sir, talking about data, you can use existing data, collect the data using surveys, or you can take help of case studies. Are all the headings in your mind now? Yes, sir. Once more, let's revise. PQR analysis of data. Analysis of procedure, where you analyze the system of planning, executing, reviewing, checking, etc. etc. Quantitative analysis, that is analysis of financial figures like revenue, profit, you can use sampling. Analysis of the results, input output analysis to check efficiency. Then data points, use existing data. Surveys, collect the information from population. And the last one was case studies, descriptive analysis of the things. Okay, so I hope all the headings are clear, internal points are also clear, and in addition we have also understood the concept through the example. So now if you look at the question which was asked in RTP May 25, now I think it will be crystal clear to you. See what the question says. A state government PSU is setting up a thermal plant in the state. CNAG pointed out delay in the completion of work. So whenever there is a delay, that means it is not effective, it is not done on time. Besides other reasons leading to delay, they have told the reason of delay. What kind of audit it is? So when the audit is telling you that there is a delay in completion of work, that means there is no performance. It is a performance audit. So you start your answer with the definition of performance audit that we learnt. Okay, sir. Then they have asked methods and means of doing the performance audit. These are the headings you need to know. PQR analysis, analysis of procedures, quantitative analysis, analysis of results. Data, use of existing data, surveys and case studies. Clear, boss? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now, sir, after this, we have some theoretical topics. These topics you just need to read from MCQ point of view. First point says developing the audit questions. You should prepare a list of questions for which you should ask the answers from the management. Then assess your audit team skills. And if the skills are less, see whether you need some outside expertise. So performance auditor should have proper aptitude, knowledge. For this, you can also train the auditor. The accountant general, that is the CNAG, can also use the work of expert. Okay. And again, even if you are using the expert, who has the responsibility for opinion? The auditor. Then, sir, you should prepare audit design matrix. This was asked in MCQ in your May 25 exam, I suppose, May 25 or November 24. Okay. They gave these option and said which is incorrect. Okay. So they gave some extra option and said which is incorrect. So audit design matrix is basically highlighting the data collection, analysis method, and type and sources of evidence. So basically here you should first know your audit objective. Now to fulfill your objective, you ask questions. Now what questions you ask? Whether they are fulfilling the criteria. Then sir, based on this, you collect the evidence. Okay, you focus on the evidence, and after the evidence you analyze it. Data collection and analysis. So go in a flow. Objective. To fulfill the objective, you ask questions that they are meeting the criteria, then collect the evidence and do the analysis. Last time, let's do objective. To fulfill the objective, we ask questions. Based on the questions, we see whether they are fulfilling the criteria, and then you collect the evidence and do the analysis. Are all the 5 points clear? Yes, sir. Then, sir, establish your timetable and resources. By what time you will be able to complete your work and finish the audit. For this, you also need a proper audit team, that is the resources. And then whatever is your audit program, what procedures you will do, who will do the procedures, this should be communicated to the audit entity. Easy, sir. So this last part, you just need to give a proper read again from MCQ point of view. Now, sir, comes the favorite topic of ICI, comprehensive audit. Sir, we don't think it will be the favorite topic. Baba, it is the favorite topic. If you come to the question bank, see this question with me. Matters in comprehensive audit. See, study material. MTP September 22, January 21 main exam, November 23 main exam, MTP May 25. What do you want more? Sir, we want this in our exam. And trust me, you will be the luckiest if you get in your exam, because this topic is very easy to score. So the topic is comprehensive audit. And sir, what is comprehensive audit? It is nothing but a efficiency cum performance audit. So just like your performance audit, you can say the other name is comprehensive audit, but they have a different topic on this. Okay? They have different pointers here. So what you are required to do is locate the areas of weakness and extravagance. Extravagance means unnecessary expenditure. The main question that they ask is, what are the issues to be examined in a comprehensive audit? Okay, this will be the wording of the question. You can see matters which are covered in comprehensive audit. So for the matters, let me tell you, these are very easy matters. Okay? These are very easy matters. Do you want to read from the book first? Yes, sir. Let's read. First, you see the overall cost of capital compared with the planned cost. Whether there is a substantial increase. If increase is too much, see whether there is an unnecessary expenditure. Then relation to cost, one more point. Are the cost control measure adequate? Whether there are wastage in the material consumption. See, very easy points. Whether the planned production or planned output achieved. If it is not achieved, that means there must be underutilization of capacity, shortfall in performance. Then see the overall rate of return achieved, whether the planned rate of return is achieved. Then see that they are doing the project properly, system of project formulation implementation sound, whether they are doing proper R&D, research and development, proper system of repair and maintenance. Can I say these are very general points? Are yes or no? Yes, sir. So if you come to your notes, we made a proper flow of these points. So first of all, remember, whenever there is a question of comprehensive audit, you don't need to write about performance audit. You need to write about comprehensive questions. All these were what? Questions. Cost achieved, output achieved, R&D is there, repair and maintenance is there or not. All are what? Questions. So first of all, whenever there is a question of comprehensive audit, you have to write about comprehensive questions. Now, sir, what are the questions? Just go with the flow. First question, basic question. Is the planned rate of return achieved or not? Now, sir, the return depends on revenue minus cost. So the next point is related to revenue. whether the planned output was achieved. If it was not achieved, there may be underutilization of capacity. Now the question of cost. What is the overall cost of capital compared with planned cost? Is there a substantial increase? If yes, there must be some extravagant unnecessary expenditure. Now in relation to cost, if cost is increasing, that means you will question the cost control measure. Are the cost control measure adequate? Okay, sir. And the last 2 points are related to research and development, repair and maintenance. So again, we can link these points logically. For example, if in your house AC bill is increasing, why will the AC bill increase? Sir, either you are not doing proper maintenance of AC, you are not getting the service done. Second reason can be the AC is too old. Now there is inverter technology. So with inverter technology, bill comes down. So these are the 2 points you highlight. If the AC bill is too much, two reasons can be there. You are not doing research and development. You are not taking the latest AC. Or you are not doing the service of AC. That means repair and maintenance is not proper. Are the 2 points clear? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Last time, once again, revising the flow, revision in revision. Comprehensive audit means comprehensive questions. Planned rate of return achieved. Then the 2 points, output and cost. Planned output achieved. If not achieved, that means there is underutilization of capacity. What is the overall cost of capital? Is there a substantial increase? That means there must be some extravagant unnecessary expenditure. If the cost is increasing, the next question is on cost control measures. Are the cost control measures adequate? And if the cost is increasing, that means AC service is not happening. Is entity having repair and maintenance? Inverter AC, research and development program. Clear, boss? These are the same points you will find in ICI answer. Also, I have highlighted in red for your easy understanding. Now, sir, I think we are just reaching the end of this chapter. Only two types of audits are left: propriety audit and compliance audit. Compliance audit was asked recently in the September exams. So propriety audit first we'll do, and then at the end we are going to focus on compliance audit. First of all, let's focus on propriety audit. Okay. Take 2 sips of water, get ready. So what does propriety audit means? So basically this is the audit of expenditure. Whatever unnecessary, avoidable, extra expenditure government is doing now, that you have to catch as an auditor. Again, whatever unnecessary, extra, avoidable expenditure they are doing, you have to catch. So bring out the cases of improper, avoidable, infructuous. Infructuous means unnecessary expenditure by the government. For example, recently in 2010, there was a Commonwealth Games scam. Commonwealth Games were held in Delhi. Yes, sir. So in Commonwealth Games, a famous headline in the newspaper was the toilet rolls, which are generally available for 400, 500 rupees. I'm not even sure. They were purchased by the government departments for 10,000 rupees. So it is a clear case of corruption that they are spending too much money on something which is easily available at a lower rate. So even at our homes, you must have heard it from your parents that this is the expense which is avoidable, unnecessary expenditure you are doing. You are doing wastage of money. So whenever as an auditor you feel the government is wasting the money, they are doing some improper, avoidable, infructuous. See the vocabulary game. Infructuous expenditure. Then it is a case of propriety audit. So, sir, there are four principles of propriety audit. This can be asked for 4 marks. The first principle says that when you look at the expenditure, it should not feel like it is too much. So the expenditure should not be prima facie more than what the occasion demands. And the person who is using the public money should be vigilant. He should be very careful while using the public's money. The next point says whatever funds are sanctioned, they should not benefit one, two, three. They should not benefit three people. First of all, the authority sanctioning the expenditure. Second, they should not benefit particular person. Particular person means, for example, if I am building a government school, it should be for everyone. So it should be for general public, not only the staff's children. And the last point says it should not benefit the management or employees. That means if the management and employees are there, they should only be given the salary and the benefits in their contract. Apart from the salary and remuneration, no other benefit should be given to these management or employees of government. So these are the four principles, very easy principles. Once more, expenditure we are focusing, it should not be prima facie, that means on the face of it, more than what the occasion demand. So for this, the person incurring the expenditure should use the public money properly, very carefully. Next 3 points are very easy. Sanction fund should not benefit three people. Who are the three people? Revise with me. Authority who has sanctioned the expenditure, not benefit any particular persons, and the last thing is management or employees. That is means apart from the remuneration, no other benefit should be given to them. So these are your 4 points, and these are the same 4 points you will find in the principles of propriety here. Now the next question which ICI generally asks is function of the auditor in case of propriety audit. In the November 24 exam, 4 marks question was asked from this topic. What are the functions of auditor in case of propriety audit? So the first thing, again, what I told you, in propriety audit, our focus is on expenditure. Our focus is on expenditure. So the expenditure should be properly planned. Similar to this, expenditure should give maximum results, optimum results. Another point says if there is a substitute plan of action available which can bring improvements and better return on capital expenditure, then that substitute plan of action should be used. For example, if a land is available with the government and they are thinking how to use this land, so they have two options: either to build a government hospital and run by themselves, or they can give the land on lease to a private company and then earn the lease rent from it. So they have to decide which plan of action will give maximum benefit to the public and the government. So if there is a substitute plan of action available, you should evaluate that also. Can it give a better return on the capital expenditure? And the last point is whatever actions government is taking, whatever decisions they are doing, they should be in public interest. So these are the things to be checked by the auditor. Easy to understand? Yes, sir. Now let's learn it using the example of Modi ji. What does Modi ji love the most? Sir, he loves to travel. And for traveling, he needs aeroplane. He needs aeroplane. So for aeroplane, should I book the ticket the same day of travel, or the travel expenditure should be planned? Sir, the travel expenditure should be planned. So the first expenditure case you should check as an auditor, it is properly planned. And the expenditure should give him maximum results and optimum results. 3 points are very easy. It should be planned. It should give the best results, optimum results and maximum result. Now let's say Modi ji planned that he should go to France. He wanted to have a meeting with France PM. But sir, France PM was not available. So near to France, there is one more country that he likes, Italy. So he decided, let me go to Italy and meet the Prime Minister of Italy. You know the Prime Minister of Italy, Meloni ji. So he decided to go with a substitute plan of action, so that a substitute plan of action can bring improvements and a better return on the capex. And ultimately, whatever actions and decisions are taken by the management, they should be in public interest. They should be in public interest. So public also enjoy when our prime minister is meeting the other prime minister. So easy 5 points are done. Let's revise it together. First thing, whatever expenditure is incurred, that should be properly planned. Then talk about the results. Maximum results, optimum results. Then instead of France, he went to Italy. Substitute of plan of action giving him better returns on capex, and public also enjoy. So whatever actions and decisions are taken, they should be in public interest. Got the point or not? Yes, sir. So if you come to your book, these are the same 5 points written. Expenditure properly planned. Size of expenditure rightful, give maximum result. Expenditure should give optimum result. If any substitute plan of action is available which can bring improvement, better return, that should be followed. And the actions and decisions of the management should be in public interest and standards of conduct. Easy peasy? Yes, sir. So from your question bank, I think we have just completed November 24 question. See what it says. You are appointed by CNAG to do the propriety audit. What functions will be performed by you? So these are the functions in case of a propriety audit. Got it, sir. Now the chapter is just nearing its end. Second last topic says parts of audit report of CNAG. 4 marker question can be asked. If you see your question bank, This is the question. Study material, the same question is there. And the same question was asked in the main exam of November 21. Again, I think for just 4 marks. So 4 points need to be covered in the CNAG report. So sir, what are these 4 points? Let's understand. Take 2 sips of water. See, what does this point say? Like in every report, in this report also, the first thing will be introduction. Introduction about the working results of the government company and deemed government company. That means the companies under government control. Working results means what is their profitability, their revenue, their growth. You should give an introduction about the results. Then, sir, after this, you know what? Sir, what? Let's say the total audit reports issued under CNAG, these are the total reports. Audit report 1, audit report 2, audit report 3, audit report 4. Now, out of these all audit reports, certain audit reports are selected. They are selected for comprehensive assessment or appraisal by the audit board. Okay, sir. So for whatever audit reports have been selected for comprehensive appraisal by audit board, they should be also mentioned in the report. So see what it says. Results of comprehensive appraisal of selected undertakings done by the audit board. Okay, sir. Sir, what about other entities? In case of other entities which are left out, which are not selected, if there are certain entities which have significant results, significant PNL, so significant results of undertakings not taken up for appraisal by audit board. So there are two types of things in this CNAG report. Understand logically. Few entities which were selected by the audit board, what is the result of their comprehensive appraisal? And for the entities which were not selected by audit board, whichever entities are having significant results, that should become a part of the CNAG report. So in the CNAG report, this is the last thing you see. Significant results of the undertakings not selected for appraisal by the audit board. Sir, what is this third point that you left out? Read this point and tell me which section it is related to. Resume means details. Details of the company auditor reports submitted under the direction of CNAG and the CNAG comments on the accounts of government company. Can I say this is the Rajamouli section, director section? Section 143 subsection 5 that we discussed in the beginning of the revision, that as a CNAG they can give direction to the auditor. Based on the direction, auditor will take action, and then you need to report the impact of that action on the financial statement. So details of the company audit report issued under the direction of CNAG, that is also becoming a part of CNAG report. So 4 things become part of CNAG report. First basic thing, introduction of the working results of the companies audited under CNAG. Then the 2 other points were some entities which were selected, some which were not selected. So comprehensive appraisal, results of comprehensive appraisal of selected undertakings by audit board. Significant results of undertakings not selected by the audit board. And the last point is company audit reports issued under the direction of CNAG. Okay? Company audit reports issued under the direction of CNAG. 4 points done. Yes. This topic is done. I'll tell you now. In this chapter, the problem is not with the topics. Problem is with not getting to understand what the topic is trying to say. But let me tell you, such type of photos make it easy. Such type of photos make it easy to understand. Acha, there were selected undertakings for comprehensive appraisal that we need to note. And from other entities, there were significant results of certain entities which were not selected. That has to be reported. Then it becomes easy for our mind to grasp the things. So that's why I say, never fear when Shubham sir is here. Last topic that we are left with is compliance audit. Then we will do the remaining questions from question bank and wrap up this chapter. Compliance audit is this much only. Okay? It is this much only. Take 2 sips of water. Get ready. Awesome. Now, sir, discussing about compliance audit. As the name suggests, no need to cram anything, no need to ratify anything, just understand. Compliance means you are checking the compliance. Sir, compliance with law, regulation, agreements, contracts. That's it. So checking the compliance with internal control, policies, procedures, laws, regulations, and contract. This is compliance audit all about. So what the definition says, similarly, independent assessment. Things are done independently only. Independent assessment whether the subject matter complies with the criteria. Now, sir, what is the criteria with which we have to check the compliance? First criteria is regularity. Regularity is a word derived from regulations. So check the compliance of the subject matter with laws, regulations, and contracts. After regularity, there is propriety. In propriety, you see whether the expenditure or some whatever working they are doing, they are observing the general principles of SFM. SFM means sound financial management. They are managing the finances properly. And second thing is ethical conduct of officials. Sir, ethical conduct means there is no corruption, there is no bribery. So this is what your compliance audit is all about. Assessment, obviously independent assessment, whether the subject matter is complying with the criteria. Now, sir, what is the criteria? Regularity and propriety. Regularity means regulations. So compliance of subject matter with laws, regulations, or any contract, agreement, etc. What is, sir, propriety? Propriety means general principles of SFM and ethical conduct of officials. SFM means sound financial management and ethical conduct means no bad thing should be there. Easy peasy. Are yes or no? Yes, sir. Now please come to your book. So now coming back to the book, first thing is given is definition. So definition says again it is an independent assessment that whether the subject matter is complying with the criteria. Okay. So here, sir, again compliance audit is concerned with two things, regularity and propriety. Both are rhyming. Regularity means subject matter complies with the laws and regulations and agreements applicable to the entity. Propriety means SFM and ethical conduct of officials. Acha, one more thing important, perspective of compliance audit means how do you do a compliance audit? So either you can do the compliance audit individually or you can do it with the other audits. Sir, what were the other audit? With the financial audit or with the performance audit? So either it can be done with the financial statement audit or it can be done with performance audit, or separately it can be also done with, as a compliance audit. So this question on compliance audit was asked in, you know which exam? Sir, which exam? Recently it was asked in September 25 exam. Ki explain what do you mean by compliance audit and what is the perspective of compliance audit. It was asked for 4 marks. Okay, boss. Okay, sir. So don't worry, whatever I am teaching you, whatever I am guiding you, the same way you will see the things in the exams. Okay, sir. So with this, I think everything is done. Acha, compliance audit process is given. Baba, it is a very general process. Just read with me. Okay? So it is a general process like in normal audit. Same things are here. General principles and annual compliance audit plan. So here it says consider the principles of ethical significance and relation to compliance audit. Determine which is the auditable entity and develop the audit plan. Next point is related to plan only, planning the compliance audit. So in planning, you have to write about certain things, see the objective and scope. Then, sir, in planning, your strategy and plan is there, SA 300. Understand the entity environment internal control, SA 315. Materiality, SA 320. Assess the risk and plan the audit procedure. Now, sir, ultimately, when you plan the audit procedure, you perform the procedure. So the next stage says performing the audit and gathering the evidence. So gather the evidence, update your plans, update the risk assessment, and also consider non-compliance of law. This is the important part because we are studying about compliance only. So also you need to consider the non-compliance of law. Once you gather the evidence, then you evaluate the evidence. Logical. So evaluate the evidence, form the conclusion, whether it is sufficient and appropriate evidence. Also consider materiality, form the conclusion, do the documentation. And when the conclusions are formed, lastly you prepare your report. So prepare the report and document the response from entity and do the follow-up. So whatever we generally do in an audit, the same things are given here. Remember the headings if you can, and internal points you can easily write on your own. General principles, determine the audit entity, develop the plan. Second point is planning. After the planning, you perform your procedures. Then you gather the evidence. Then you form your conclusion, and after the conclusion, you do your reporting. Clear, boss? Clear, sir. Now, sir, come to the question bank. Some questions that I want to quickly discuss with you so that you can easily manage them. Question 11, you can easily go through. It is nothing but a government company. So if it is a government company, does CNAG have any role to play? Yes, CNAG has a role to play. They can give the direction. So in this case, the person says, because the company has got listed with BSE, even though it is a government company, see, it says a company which is a wholly owned by central government, 100% is with central government, 40% was disinvested. ठीक है, 40% was disinvested. So can I say after reducing 40%, still 60% are with central government? Yes, sir. Because 60% are with central government, can I say it is a government company? So the management says because it has become listed company, now in this case CNAG will not have any role to play. Baba, it is still a government company and CNAG can give the directions to the auditor. So just give the definition of government company and say CNAG can appoint the auditor, give the direction. So Sam's opinion that CNAG don't have any role to play is not correct. Question 10 we have discussed. Question 9 we have discussed. Question 8 is an easy question. It talks about efficiency, effectiveness. So you just have to identify the audit. It is a performance audit. What should be the two sample observation in this case? These observations ICI has given on the basis of their judgment. You can just read these observations. Okay? For example, here we are talking about a state electricity distribution company. Okay, sir. So in this state electricity distribution company, what can be the observation? So the first observation they say that for charging the electricity rent, there are meters. The meters are defective. So because meters are defective, you are charging on an ad hoc basis, on an average basis. So because you are billing on an average basis, it can lead losses to the company. Second thing is when you are installing the meters in the houses, you need to charge a meter rent. So they say that we are charging less meter rent. So these are the basic things that you can highlight. A very basic question given in your ICA study material illustration. Apart from this, sir, I think there is just one more case study based question left. Then I will give you, then I will end this session. This question was where? Just give me a moment. I think this question was in question number, yeah, question number 13. See, it is a very easy question. I will tell you the framework of this question. It is a very core theoretical question. I shall tell you. It is a very core theory question. Such type of question, na, chances are very less. So what I will do, I will just tell you the structure of this theory so that even in the exam, even if such type of question is asked, you can write something which is relevant and score some good marks. This question says what? CNAG appointed a person, ठीक है, Saha Associate as a CA firm to do the performance audit. Performance audit means EEE, Economy, Efficiency, Effectiveness. The firm conducted the audit with a view to check that all expenses are in conformity with public interest and publicly accepted custom. When you are doing the expense audit, that whether it is in public's interest, which audit it becomes? Sir, it becomes propriety audit. So the audit report which was submitted by the firm, it was rejected by CNAG. So why was it rejected? Baba, I asked you to do performance audit. You are doing propriety audit. Obviously CNAG will reject it. So give your opinion on the action of CNAG. So obviously the action of CNAG is right. But in exam, you don't get the marks for just writing right. So how do you frame your answer? Write all the theory you know. Give the definition of performance audit. Tell how the performance audit is done. Who does the performance audit? CNAG with Indian Accounts and Audit Department. He gives proper standards and guidelines to this department to check economy, efficiency, effectiveness. Write these points. Then, sir, after you have written these points, directly give the conclusion that rejection of the audit report by CNAG is correct. He should have checked the economy, efficiency, effectiveness, and what he did was not performance audit, because performance audit requires checking of economy, efficiency, and effectiveness. You got the point or not? Yes, sir. With this, your PSU audit revision is done. I tried my best to cover all the concepts in as much detail as possible. I hope you enjoyed that. Also, we covered the entire question bank because I know as a CA student, we are little lazy. Okay, we are little lazy. Sometimes we cover the concepts and it takes so much time to cover the concepts that we don't get much time for question bank. So I made sure that in this amazing short and crisp revision of I think around 1.5 hours, I made sure that we not only cover the concepts in detail but also cover the question bank, so that at the end of the day you also feel that yes, questions are also done. And the last thing that I want to discuss before I wrap up this session, I hope you have liked the video by now. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe the channel. Okay? And the last thing is, whatever is your goal, if you want to accomplish it, the only way to accomplish your goal is by being disciplined. Discipline is the only way, you can say only gap, only bridge between the goals and your accomplishment. Many days when you wake up, you may be feeling, sir, today I am not feeling like studying. Today I don't have the motivation to study. Today my heart is not feeling good. So it is not feeling good, so I don't want to study. But always remember that motivation is not a good thing. Because some days you will be motivated, some days you will not be motivated. But you know what? To become successful, you need to work hard every day, not some days. So rather than motivation, rather than motivation, focus on discipline. Because discipline is something that will help you achieve your task, your goals every day. Ask yourself, when you used to go to the school, how many days you used to feel motivated that I have to go to school today? Sir, 90% of the times we did not feel like going to the school. If you would have decided based on motivation, you would have not been able to complete your schooling. You're getting the point. It was the discipline which helped you complete your schooling. And let me tell you, it is the discipline which will help you to become a chartered accountant. Not only a chartered accountant, but a successful chartered accountant if you maintain the discipline throughout your life. So always sleep on time, wake up on time, do the things on the time they are meant to be, and trust me, you will be successful when you are meant to be. So soon you will be a chartered accountant if you hold the hands of discipline. So thank you so much everyone for joining for this session. If you liked it, do share your feedback in the comments, because your appreciation is my motivation. And that's it from my side. See you soon as a successful chartered accountant, and yes, have a great day. Keep studying with happiness, then only we progress. Keep going, all of you. See you all in the next session.